Hey guys, so we just hit 100 subscribers.
Thank you
and
so much.
Thanks
I really
everyone for
appreciate
this.
That means a lot.
So for this 100 special, we wanted to just get to know us better, basically a history of what's going on.
So yeah, it's pretty interesting how Ron and I met for the first time. It was during our 12th grade year.
Well, it was your 11th grade.
My 11th grade year, sorry. And then his senior year.
Senior year. We were in like a discrete math class.
Yeah, math class.
I had to join that because I'm not a math person and I wanted to get out of school as soon as possible, easy going. So
in my situation was I was going overseas for a long time and I couldn't catch up to my studies, but I was in higher math, but I had to catch up, so they made me go into this class, and that's where I met Ryan, and then we it's pretty interesting. I think the first thing that we did was we had we were talking about Naruto.
Yeah, you were one of the people that got me back into Naruto.
Yeah.
And another guy named Dimitri. It was like November or somewhere around there, and this guy named Dimitri, and you told me, and I had to get back into Naruto, and because to tell you guys, Naruto was actually one of the series that got me into anime. It's not really one of my first animes that I got into. It was actually like Pokemon and Sailor Moon, but I was like 5. You do not want to know how my parents were reacting with Sailor Moon when I was 5.
Oh.
But Naruto was actually what got me into it. It was 5th grade. I got into the story. I loved it. When it came on Cartoon Network, not uncut, but something like that.
And that was when Cartoon Network was awesome.
Yeah, and also with I kind of stopped in 8th grade. I don't know why. And then when I got back into it in 12th grade, and Dimitri was telling me hey, is Naruto Hokage? And he's like, no, we're in the middle of a war. And I'm like, really? I need to catch up to this. So when I went on vacation to Disney World, we drove 9 hours. I read from chapter 1 to 600, where the current one was, where Neji died. Rest in peace, Neji. And I had a huge headache after reading all that. When you catch up to a series, do not read an iPad reading chapters with a bright light on.
Especially One Piece.
It hurt. Yeah, I did that with One Piece too, and it gave me a huge headache. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, and then we also used to do Naruto quizzes, these trivia games.
Yeah, you tested me.
Yeah, we tested each other how much we know, and then we would
Also with Dragon Ball Z as well.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z too, and I think it was a little bit of some other series. I can't remember.
I guess it was Bleach.
Bleach, probably, yeah, Bleach.
You got into One Piece before
I did
before of it. And then you say you quit.
I quit.
And then
that was only one episode.
I think you kind of got me into One Piece too. I had to go check it back out.
Yeah.
Back in 2006, when God forbid 4Kids dubbed it, I watched a couple episodes and then I quit. I guess that's what made me quit of it. And then the summer of 2013, after I graduated, I had to go. I read the whole One Piece. Not the whole One Piece. I read chapters 1 to 100, and then I stopped. I think I went to 200 when I first started college, around August, and I didn't get caught up to One Piece until February of 2014, and that was back on our old channel. If you guys don't know, we had another channel we reviewed. It had a lot of problems with it, copyright when we did Kill la Kill music, and we kind of got in trouble.
As an intro, we did that as an intro, and got copyrighted for whatever.
We got in trouble with that, so we had to go edit back that. And then we just made a new channel, Slice Anime and Manga 720. I know that's a long name. Chibi Review said that's a long name.
But there's actually a catch to that.
Sawyer 7 also was hard to pronounce. And when I mentioned the video when Cobra Fire and Sawyer when they got taken down, and then he gave us some a shout out from that, and also a couple of channels because we were concerned about it, and the anime YouTube community. And
there's actually a catch to that. It's slice of anime manga for I guess for the reason because Ryan is more of a manga type person. Like
Yeah,
he reads a lot, and then But me, I'm kind of like I usually hit up on the anime kind of perspective. I just like the whole, you have sound, you have actual voices, because it just makes me feel more, I'm like in there. But I still read manga. It's not that I don't read it. It's just, I don't know, I prefer anime over manga.
Yeah, like, I feel like when I'm like reading the manga, I like have more time like to read it and get more caught up.
Yeah.
But with the anime, it takes up more time.
Yeah.
I guess it's because I'm trying to like pace myself to the current chapter, like before something happens, like something like major, like so I can get into it. So.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, you said Naruto was your kind of what made you get into anime, manga, and stuff like that.
Was.
Well, interesting to me, Naruto wasn't my first. It was actually, it was a little bit of both of Dragon Ball Z and it was a little bit of Gundam. But I think it was Gundam first because that's when I was so into Gundam. Like I was just so badly into it. I had to have the latest action figures because they had like so many models and stuff like that. I can't remember what the main Gundam model is. Can't remember the name. But it's kind of had like that blue in the front, and it was like red and stuff like that. But it was awesome. That and then Dragon Ball Z kind of also did at the same time, but I think it was a little bit afterwards. It was I just like the fact that Goku just like turns Super Saiyan, is kicking Frieza's butt all the time.
That's my favorite.
That was one of my favorites.
That's my favorite season.
That was my favorite, and that was also one of my first. That was actually my first episode that I was watching of Dragon Ball Z.
Was that when it was back on Cartoon Network?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was just a huge big fan, but I just lost track of it. Like I was just like, oh well, because I didn't even know what anime and manga was back then. I was really
you
little.
thought it was a cartoon.
Yeah, I was just like, it's a cartoon.
Yeah, that's what I thought with like Pokemon and Sailor Moon. Back when I was like watching it, like my parents had said nothing about Sailor Moon, but they thought Pokemon was like something to deal with the devil. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. And then so they made me stop watching that, and I got back into playing and watching Pokemon when I was like second or third grade. I guess they thought it was okay. And also about Dragon Ball Z, my uncle actually was a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z. He had the figures. Well, he had like two of them, Goku and Vegeta. He had the video games. And when I was around 6th or 7th grade, I had to check it out. And then it was awesome. I had like Budokai Tenkaichi 2 and 3 on the Wii.
Oh my god!
On the Wii. This was back when I had the Wii. I liked the storyline. It was pretty good. So, actually, when I quit Naruto, I wasn't really quitting with anime. Like, I watched Bleach. Like, my cousin got me into Bleach, like I said earlier. And back when I was in middle school, this is kind of embarrassing to say, but in middle school, I was kind of like into ecchi anime. Don't blame me. I was 13.
It's the age of maturity, man.
See?
Yeah, and then, like I was saying, I just lost track of it. I thought it was cartoons, like you were saying. And many years later, 2007 comes up. My sister is like really into, she was into Naruto Shippuden. That's when Naruto Shippuden in Japan first came out. And I just happened to watch that episode, and I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. And then I started watching Naruto from Toonami, the reruns and stuff like that. My favorite episode was the fight between the Leaf Village, Orochimaru, and then the third Hokage.
Mine was Naruto versus Neji. That was epic.
And that was just one of my favorite arcs.
And I started collecting the manga of Naruto. I just got whatever was a good fight. The Volume 7 was my first one. And then I begged my mom to get 12, 13, because those were the tuning exams with Naruto versus Neji, and then with Sasuke coming back versus Gaara, and then starting with the whole invasion. And then after that, I guess I went and bought some Bleach when I was in high school, and then my manga collection got really huge. I'll probably do a video on my collection sooner or later. And they got huge with One Piece and start doing whatever,
Yeah, and then it just comes up to the point that we part that we met together, and then we just started from there, and
then-
we're pretty much up to date with almost, because Naruto's gone, but
Well, it's
part
back. It's
three,
back. It's
part three is back, but Bleach, I'm catching up with Bleach actually.
Well, y'all know with me with my Bleach reviews. I'm
catching up.
One Piece, I'm caught up with. He's catching up to One Piece.
And it was thanks to Ryan, because my story with One Piece is that I kind of judged it by its cover. I wasn't like, oh my god. Like when I first saw the first episode, because I think Kobe was in there, I was like, oh my god. So I was like, I'm not gonna watch this. I really hate the art style, and it's just not my type. But I just like, Ryan was telling me, you should check it out. It's pretty awesome. And then I did, and I just watched it from episode 2, because I already watched 1 a long time ago, to like, I think I'm on like 5:30, 5:36, somewhere around there. And I skipped all the filler, but I'm loving it, man. I cannot believe I skipped out on such a great series. It's just awesome.
Dude, now my top anime, and well, I have a top anime and manga list, but I'm gonna just start with number 1 because the other list is for another day, and I'm trying to reorganize my anime list. My number 1 manga, I had a lot of controversial people tell me about this. It's actually Naruto and One Piece, because I just love the story in the manga. Now for the anime,
So it's a tie.
Yeah, it's a tie. Now for the anime, it's Naruto, because that's how I started out. So, yeah, and I believe in the mix of my top 5 in the anime, I'm trying to add like Gurren Lagann, because you got me into Gurren Lagann. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And somewhat of a Kuroko no Basket, but that's for another day. That's for another day to do.
Yeah.
So, what's your number 1 anime?
My number 1, that's really hard to say. I've seen so many. I guess I'm gonna have to go with Gurren Lagann, because honestly, when I finished that series, I was like, oh my god, did that really just happen? And
Yeah.
I thought it was a really good series. It really like it had a really unique art style to it. I noticed that animation was really good though.
Trigger.
Yeah, Trigger. It was just amazing. Actually, it was the studio before that made Trigger. I can't remember the name of it.
Don't know.
But they're now Trigger basically. But man, I think that's my number 1 anime. It's great. If you haven't checked it out, you really need to check that series out. We
Yeah.
probably are gonna think about doing a series review on that.
Oh yeah, we'll probably
So,
consider it.
It's awesome.
But I guess that's
Pretty much the history of this channel.
history of this. So yeah, so that's all you need to know about us, unless we do another video like a part 2-ish if we
Yeah.
hit 200 subscribers.
But essentially the biggest part of this whole what started this video is thank you guys. Is 100 subscribers. It just seems like a small number.
Yeah,
And
it's
I know
like-
this sounds really fishy, because
I know.
I think everybody says this when they reach 100
Yeah,
subscribers.
even though we're not at like Chivi's or Forneverworld's
Yeah,
level, but we're glad we hit 100. So.
But it's just, you don't know that feeling when you have like 100 people watching your videos, or close to that. You have somebody that's watching your videos, and then it's just an awesome feeling. Like it's awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank
Really
you
appreciate
everyone. So yeah, that's it from us. So later, thank you all.
Bye.